gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome again for a second time to windy and cold St. Louis. It's a little less windy than it was last time, so I thought I'd try this again outside of the hotel, and we'll see if this all takes, but I doubt it. I see people looking through the window out at me. Again, I have this strange thing on my head, so if I look down at my phone, you can see it. Back here, kind of in this little hilly area. Again, office buildings down here. I can mess with someone's satellite there. And I don't know if you can see, not really, but those clouds are very ominous. Now, they're pretty thin, so you don't have to worry about anything, but they're very reflective. So, from my experience and what little experience I have with snow, back in Flagstaff, they would always be reflective orange clouds for if it was about to snow. It'd always be these bright orange creamsicle colors. Like, I mean, over there is a very bright cloud, so like I said, they're very ominous, but the weather said it's not going to snow today. Which again, one of the things, I wouldn't mind doing one of these advent calendars in the snow. I should get behind that damn whatchamacallit, behind the satellite dish. I'm so cold I can't think. I should put this away. Let me put it in my again, this is a jacket I got free from work. Gigantic. I think it's a double XL. Actually, I had to roll up the sleeves, but it's nice. It has like these little things for that. It's very warm. Very expensive too. Nice, I got it for free. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I would love to do one of these while it's snowing, but on the same foot, I don't want to drive through the snow. So luckily, I did drive, of course, from the east this way. And, or did I get that backwards again? Anyways, I drove from one of these two directions, and it was raining most of the time. Looking on my weather map, I was like a mile or less underneath the line of snow. So it was snowing just north of me, you know, a mile or so. So I just missed out on some snow, which I lucked out. So now that I'm here, I'll start heading south. And the nice thing about heading south is less and less chance of snow. So by the time I hit Oklahoma, I should be greatly decrease in the chance of snow. It still snows in Oklahoma as well as Albuquerque. Albuquerque was one of the worst snow storms I drove through before, oddly enough, in New Mexico. So I'm not out of the woods yet, quite literally, because I still got to go through a whole series of woods before I get to Arizona. And even in Arizona, I still got to get for Flagstaff, which also snows a lot. So, but at least with Flagstaff, I could stop see my brother. Or Arizona, I know all the routes to get around, so I could take shortcuts. I just saw something move there in the field. It's like a floating stick or something, or I'm going crazy. Anyways, yeah, so it's very cold. Actually, I mean, it's only 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, so it's 8 degrees above freezing. So even if it did rain right now, it wouldn't turn to snow because it's not cold enough. Because doesn't it have to be 32? I know it's 32 for ice while driving. I know that's always a problem. So, are we still recording since I put it in my pocket? Yes, we are. Cool. So let me close that so I don't accidentally do something. People driving by wondering what this man is with this thing on his head. Then again, most people know what a GoPro looks like. One of the things I like about this thing, and I don't know if you can see right here, this pocket, look at my hand, quite literally up to my elbow, deeper, I could put into this pocket here, so very deep. Anyways, tonight's shot, what the hell's, oh, it's just a loud car in the freeway, is Apple, you know, I actually can't read that. It's Apple something. Fine Canadian whiskey. Canadian whiskey apple. So it's another form of Crown Royal. So Crown Royal is Canadian whiskey. So is, oddly enough, I think Fireball is actually made in Canada. So I think it's a Canadian whiskey also. So let's see what this tastes like. Again, I'm out in public drinking, so I gotta be careful. Technically, I think this is illegal. And I'm recording it, so this is evidence for the court. So here we go. I could already smell it from here. And my empty shot glass is making noise. So let's see. Yeah, it smells like apple whiskey. Again, kind of like the Crown. It smells a lot like Crown Royal. So again, it's in the line of that Canadian whiskey. So, and the apple smell. Yeah. It's, if you ever smelled the apple liqueur, that smell mixed with a little bit of a light Canadian whiskey smell. It's what it smells like. I would read what the alcohol contents is, but my hands are numb and there's not enough light. So anyways, here's to saying goodbye to the cold weather and getting back to the lovely weather of Arizona. So getting back home to the weather I'm used to. Okay. Man, there's no taste. What I mean by that is, Canadian whiskey is all you really taste. I didn't really taste a hint of apple at all. It was just kind of a generic, light Canadian whiskey taste. And then there's the warmth of whiskey. And a little bit of a burn. But I mean, nothing really, that screams apple taste. Anyways, let's quickly. Let's see. I cannot read that for the life of me. Oh well. I'll probably, maybe in editing, put here on the screen what the percentage of alcohol is. But man, I mean, yeah, no apple taste. No apple aftertaste. It tastes sweet, don't get me wrong. There's a little bit of sweetness to it. But with Canadian whiskeys, they're usually a bit on the sweet side. I mean, Crown's pretty good on its own. But, yeah, just kind of a whiskey taste. There's a hint of something there, but I can't call it apple or really sweet. Watch out for the branch there. It's just more there. Because all you taste is just that whiskey lightness and then a lot of warmth. So, anyways, again, I at least wanted to do this once out here since I failed last time. So, with the ominous clouds hanging in the foreground, let's go on to today's game. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Galactic Defenders. Defend the planet from the evil swarms of alien invaders. Anyways, let's see what this game. Again, we took our shot. Let's shoot aliens. So we're multiple players. So I'm the red one. If you could hear me over all the noise and destruction. No one ever said the alien apocalypse would be silent. Lots of explosions and people dying. I gotta pay attention. It's hard to pay attention to which one I am, actually. Because again, it kind of gets lost in the holy fucking god. To quote what I said initially, it's hard to get holy fucking god. Which is a true statement. It is very hard to get holy fucking god. Because it's a state of euphoria that only can be achieved when two people really love each other very much. Anyways, let's move on. I actually won that. But yeah, that gets hectic fast. Because again, the reason it doesn't get too hectic here, and hopefully I adjust the volume and edit, is because there's 4 of you initially. So you're taking care of a good chunk of the aliens, but when there's only 1 or 2 of you, it tends to get a bit overwhelming. Oh man. Look at that though. I dominated! Anyways, but yeah. Excuse me. But again, this is meant to be played multiplayer. So again, I feel bad because there's supposed to be people playing with, So it's hard. Again, that's half the fun is messing with people while you're playing next to them. So there we go. Destroy all aliens. It's a Christmas tradition to destroy all aliens. That's what Frosty the Snowman was really about. Was he was an alien disguise. They had to get rid of him before it was too late. And don't get me started on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Do you think reindeer normally have red noses? Think about it. Anyways. Man.
Speaking of Rudolph and Frosty, what's your guys' favorite Christmas time show? Because again, here in the States, they always play those classic animated ones. Frosty, Rudolph, and Here Comes Santa Claus. Occasionally they try to make new ones. They never really stick much. I mean, well, maybe they have and I haven't noticed. But I mean, there's no again, it's a bit unfair to say there's no new classics because they don't become classics until they get played over and over again. So, I mean, they probably didn't think the thing of The Grinch was a classic, even though now it's played constantly now, the cartoon version. What was that? I heard they was going to play the original cartoon in a full length. But yeah. So what's your guys' favorite ones? Is it Kiss Saves Christmas? No one knows that reference. Or any of the new ones. Because it's, again, I have nieces and nephews. In case I see the ones they're watching. Dodging. Because again, it's rare to see a standalone Christmas one anymore. They usually, Christmas tie-in ones. Like the Teen Titan Go Christmas special, whatever Christmas special. You know. But again, it's because at some point you're either going to have to rehash some of the classic ones or come up with your own new ones. So, I mean, Grandma got run over by a reindeer, I guess, is one of those ideas of examples of a new one. By the way, that's a song, not a movie. Even though they did make a movie out of it, which was mediocre. But yeah, well, then again, the song was pretty mediocre too. But yeah, that's definitely a new classic Christmas song. Oh, take that, you evil aliens. One human still exists. And he's been drinking, so you got the advantage. I don't know if you noticed, but if you look to your left, you see the scoreboard. And I don't know if you noticed, but someone is dominating. Anyways. I'm a bit tipsy. Let's do it one more time. So, but yeah. And of course, I can't hold the button. I have to spam it, so. But yeah. Yeah, we never watched, it wasn't watching a lot of TV during Christmas. We played a lot of video games during Christmas, but, I finally lost one. So there you go. I'm no longer undefeated. Someone beat me, so that's a good place to stop. But yeah, we played video games a lot around Christmas time because it was Christmas break. So that Christmas or winter break and summer break were the two times to play video games. Because again, back then, back in my day, we played one game and we played the hell out of it. So they usually released those games around summer. They didn't have none of this, what here you call mini games or solution. Steam was still just a twinkle in Gabe Noob's eye. Anyways. But yeah, no. Back then, like I remember one summer it was, the Zelda game. So one summer was the Ocarina of Time, the other was Majora's Mask. You actually sat down and that was the one game you played for the whole summer break or whatever. Your friend might have got something different. So you were able to go to his place and see, say, like my other buddy's place was my introduction to Final Fantasy VII. So he had a PlayStation, I had an N64, So, anyways, but yeah, that's usually what we did around winter break because that was our time to actually sit down and play these long-form games in its entirety. Oh boy. Anyway, so what was I asking? Oh yeah, what was your favorite cartoon special, or what game did you play a lot during the holidays? Like, was there a game you remember during one Christmas able to sit down and beat kind of thing? Anyways, all those random and drunken questions aside, there was a quick look at today's Advent Calendar game. So, thanks again for watching and see you next time. And all aliens must die! Rudolph, especially. Just kidding. See you next time.